Hey guys, we fished the Lake Keepit round of the Australian Yellowbelly Championships on the weekend where it was really windy, really wet and pretty cold too, so it definitely wasn't comfortable, but you know, when the comps are on, that's just what you have to put up with. So we knew the fish were going to be very docile and very shut down, and we actually managed 5 fish for the weekend, which put us into second place, which goes to show how tough it was. Pretty much we only had 3 areas to fish for the weekend, and they were areas with submerged timber, and the plan was just to cover every inch of that timber, the surrounding rocks and the surrounding mud. The lures we used were Atomic Semi-Hards Vibes, and the main one that we used was the 50mm one in Muddy Prawn, just because it's a very natural shrimp imitation and shrimp's the staple bait in Lake Keepit. And the one thing that we did and paid a lot of detail to was when I could feel my lure working on timber, I'd try to use it really slow strokes so it looked like a shrimp eating on, like moving around on that timber. Whereas if I was on mud, I was using short, sharp little jerks, probably more like I was shaking the lure. That was just trying to stir the mud up so I'd look like a yabby, you know, stirring the mud up. And when I was on rock, then I was actually using probably higher, sharper lifts. So that was something that I paid a lot of detail to, and I think that the difference came down to the rods I was using. I was using the Samurai Reaction RE302 and the Samurai Reaction RF302, both 7-foot, 6 to 12 pound rods. The transmission they gave me was just invaluable because I could know exactly what my lure was on at every point. You know, for the whole sessions where we spent 4 hours in each of our relatively small spots, I knew that I'd probably covered, yeah, the whole area pretty well. And every time that my lure was contacting something, I knew what it was because of that, because of the transmission of those rods, and that's what I think got us those valuable bites, was just changing the way that I was jigging the lure. And we didn't mind fishing so shallow because the fish were so shut down that, you know, they probably weren't even aware that there was a boat with an electric motor and sonar pings and that only 12 foot above them. I was saying that I don't think that the fish were going to move even 6 inches to bite a lure. I think we had to put it right in front of their noses to get those bites. As you can see with this screenshot, the black lines show where the boat moved, and you can see that we pretty much, in those areas, we didn't leave a lot that we didn't cover. We left no stone unturned, just to make sure that if there was a fish there, then we get them to bite. And we couldn't see the yellow belly on the sounder either. For the whole weekend, I think I saw 2 yellows and I caught 1. We pretty much relied on intuition to know that if there was submerged timber there and there was bait fish, there were other carp swimming through the area, we thought with those there should be yellows. So that's the way we fished, and we basically just grinded it out all weekend. We got, I think, 8 bites, caught 5 fish, and that was enough to come second. So yeah, just want to give a rundown on what we did, because next time you're out in the water, if the conditions are pretty bad like that, if it's cold water, then it might help you get onto some fish.